Hi, my name's Malcolm. I'm Technical Manager at Flamingo Plants in Spalding in Lincolnshire. We're going to be supplying you with a small range of plants. These obviously need a bit more care in their handling and display than other things that you sell, so I've been asked to do a short video just to provide a bit of help with all of that. The aim of all of this is to sell these plants as quickly as possible. That way we'll minimise waste and we'll also minimise the amount of work that you need to put into caring for them. So to do this, we need to keep the display looking fresh. We need to have it neatly grouped together in the right place and give confidence that these living plants, and they are living plants, they're not silks or plastic, that they will actually live when they get them home. We'll do our best to make sure that they arrive in perfect condition and that they've had enough of a drink to keep them going for 3 or 4 days at least before you need to re-water them. Please unpack them as soon as you get them and get them out on display ASAP. Now, plants need 3 main things to stay alive, and the first of those, not surprisingly, is water. They all need some water, but some need more than others. And when we talk through the different types of plants in just a moment, we can explain what those different requirements are. Plants also have a temperature requirement, and the important thing for you in store is just to avoid extremes. Don't leave them in a chilled area. These house plants in particular won't withstand those cold temperatures. But also avoid very warm temperatures where they'll dry out too quickly. So not near chiller units which are giving out heat, not by a window which is in direct sunlight. Try to avoid drafts as well if at all possible. A lot of these plants are not keen on drafts, and that will also make them dry out more quickly. So try not to put them under an aircon unit if you can avoid it. Try not to put them right near an open doorway. Not easy. Stores sometimes difficult to work out the best place to put them, but just a bit of thought before you set the display out will make life a lot easier. And then in terms of light, some light is helpful. So just try and avoid dark corners or under overhanging shelves. Look after your display. Have a look at it every day. If you see any old flowers or leaves, just nip them out. Take seconds. We'll keep it looking fresh. If you see an odd plant that's started to go over, then discard it. You've got to give customers the confidence that when they get these plants home, that they will carry on living. That way the display will sell through more quickly. Look out for any warning signs on watering. If the plant is starting to wilt, go a bit crispy, get droopy, then it obviously needs some water. Pick it up if you're not sure. A plant which is very dry will be a lot lighter in weight. There's less water in the compost. Make sure you've got a watering can and water into the compost carefully. Don't tip it over the leaves. If you see plants, on the other hand, that are starting to rot, then that's a fairly sure sign that they've been overwatered. None of these plants like to sit with their feet in water. Once they've been watered, the excess should all drain away. In terms of the specific plants, for flowering plants, generally they are the ones that need more water and more light. So the rose, gerbera, chrysanthemum, kalanchoe, all need more light and need a bit more water. Don't let them dry out. This fern is a foliage plant for indoors, will tolerate a bit less water and a bit less light, but again, don't let it dry out. Succulent plants like this have become very popular, and one of the reasons is that they're very tolerant. They need a lot less water and not so fussy about light. So, for instance, if you go away on holiday, as long as they've had a drink before you go, they'll probably last a couple of weeks without any problem at all. And the same goes in store. Don't overwater these. Orchids are extremely popular. They need lots of light at home. In store, as I said, avoid drafts. With a bit of luck, you won't need to water them at all, but typically once a week, a little bit of water into the compost and they'll be very happy. Just watch out for any signs of the flowers drooping. And then for outdoor plants, we've got some bedding plants for you. These pack bedding plants, smaller ones that need potting on. and then putting outside. There's no danger of frost now, but the big risk with those is that they'll dry out in hot weather. So in store, keep them damp. At home, customers need to keep them watered. Likewise with this larger bedding in pot form, geranium, petunia for instance, make sure they don't dry out. That's the main thing. So in summary, the message is keep it fresh, check your display daily, don't freeze the plants, don't cook them, don't drown them, don't let them wither. And if you remember nothing else from what I've said in the last few minutes, just try and avoid those extremes, and in that way you'll be able to avoid waste, get these lovely plants sold as quickly as possible. Thank you.